In this lesson, you'll learn how to play just the two of us, using your choice of strumming or fingerpicking patterns, as well as the easy fingerstyle solo. I'll be using my tenor with low G tuning throughout this lesson. However, you can follow this entire tutorial with high G tuning as well. If so, just keep in mind that the first fingerpicking pattern will sound a bit different on your instrument because your fourth string is one octave higher than mine. But otherwise, the rest of the patterns will sound pretty much the same with high and low G tuning. So let's begin by taking a look at our two strumming patterns and our two fingerpicking patterns. We'll walk through all four of our patterns using a C major 7 chord. This is the first chord in the song, and to play C major 7, we're playing the second fret of the first string. Our first strumming pattern consists of two down strums on beats 1 and 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And at a faster tempo, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And now our second strumming pattern, which uses a chuck strum on beat 3. Down, up, chuck. Down, up, chuck. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And at a faster tempo, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if you're not familiar with chucking, this is a technique that we use to mute the strings to form a percussion sound. We're going to use the side of our palm against all four strings, and then we'll strum all four strings using our index finger. So here's how it looks to incorporate this chuck strum into our pattern. Down, up, chuck. Down, up, chuck. Now here's our first finger picking pattern at a slow tempo. To play this pattern, we're going to start with strings 1, 2, and 3, using our ring finger, middle finger, and index finger. Then we'll pick string 4 with our thumb, string 3 with our index finger, and string 2 with our middle finger. The rhythm of this pattern is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and at a faster tempo, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And finally, our second finger picking pattern. For this pattern, we're going to pick all four strings together on beats 1 and 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And at a faster tempo, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. If you're new to my channel, then welcome. I'm Lara. I'm a musician, a composer, and a ukulele teacher, and I hope you have fun exploring my song tutorials and fingerstyle arrangements for all levels. Two things that I love about this song that make it fairly easy to learn are that it only uses 5 chords and it only uses one chord progression that repeats over and over throughout the song. So next, let's take a look at our chord shapes and how to apply each of our patterns to the chord progression. This song begins on a C major 7 chord. Now I've been using this chord to demonstrate our 4 patterns, and I've been using my middle finger on the 2nd fret of the first string. However, you can also use your index finger or your ring finger, depending on which chord you're coming from and moving to. Next we have B7. For B7, we have our index finger on the 2nd fret of the 2nd string, middle finger on the 3rd fret of the 3rd string, and ring finger on the 4th fret of the 4th string. Then we have E minor 7. For E minor 7, we have our index finger on the second fret of the third string and middle finger on the second fret of the first string. Next we have D minor 7. For this chord, we have our index finger on the first fret of the second string, middle and ring fingers on the second fret of strings 4 and 3, and our pinky on the third fret of the first string. And then our fifth chord is G7. For G7, we have our index finger on the first fret of the second string and our middle and ring fingers on the second fret of strings 3 and 1. So let's walk through this chord progression. We start on C major 7, and here I'm using my middle finger because we end our chord progression on an E minor 7 chord. So when we start this chord progression once again, it's easy enough to lift up our index finger and keep our middle finger in place. So we begin on C major 7, then we go to B7, then to E minor 7, then to D minor 7, and then we go to G7. Now moving from D minor 7 to G7, we'll keep our index finger in place on the second string. We don't have to lift it up to make this chord change. Now from G7, we go back to C major 7, and we already have our ring finger on the second fret of the first string, so we'll keep it in place for our C major 7 chord. Next we go back to B7, and then to E minor 7. This completes our chord progression, and now we're going to lift up our index finger to start our progression once more on C major 7. Now to apply our patterns to this chord progression, all of the chords that appear in standard font are held for 4 beats, so we can apply any of our 4 patterns to these chords. For the 2 chords in bold, D minor 7 and G7, these chords are held for only 2 beats, so we're going to play either one down strum or pick all 4 strings on these 2 chords. Now this is a rather fast chord change, going from D minor 7 to G7. So another option that you have is to eliminate the G7 chord and play one full pattern on D minor 7. Now let's apply each of our 4 patterns to this chord progression at a slow tempo, counting out the rhythm, starting with pattern 1, our first strumming pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now our second strumming pattern that uses our check strum. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And next we have our first finger picking pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And finally, our second finger picking pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4 patterns to apply to this repeating chord progression when we get to our final E minor 7 chord in the final chorus. Here I like to either play one down strum or pick all 4 strings to end the song. If you'd like to download my song sheets, fingerstyle tabs, or songbooks, you'll find them all on Patreon. The link is down below in the video description. If you're enjoying my lessons, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Let me know what other songs you'd like to learn, and please give this video a thumbs up as it really helps to support my channel. The final section that I want to show you is how to play the beautiful fingerstyle solo. Now the solo only uses strings 1, 2, and 3. So since we're not using our 4th string, it will sound exactly the same with high and low G tuning. So next we'll walk through all 4 measures of the tablature for the solo, step by step. Here's how measure 1 sounds at a slow tempo. Here we're starting on the 2nd fret of the 1st string using our middle finger. Then we'll lift it up to play the open 1st string. Then we have the 3rd fret of the 2nd string using our ring finger, followed by the open 3rd string, lifting up our ring finger. Now we go back to the 2nd fret of the 1st string, then the open 1st string, and then the 2nd fret once again. And now measure 2. Here we're starting on the open 1st string, then the 3rd fret of the 2nd string using our ring finger, then the 1st fret of the 2nd string using our index finger. Now we're going down to the 3rd string, 2nd fret with our middle finger, and then we finish measure 2 on the open 1st string. And now measure 3. To keep my index finger in place on the 1st fret of the 2nd string throughout this 3rd measure. We'll begin by placing our ring finger on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. Then we'll lift it up to play the 1st fret. Then we'll place our ring finger on the 3rd fret of the 3rd string. And then we'll lift it up to play the open 3rd string. And now we go back and forth twice on the 2nd string between the 3rd fret and the 1st fret. And then measure 4. We start measure 4 with the open 2nd string and then the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. Here you can use your middle finger or your ring finger. And then we finish this solo on the 5th fret of the 1st string with our pinky. And now we have repeat bars, so we'll play measures 1 through 4 a second time. I'm curious to hear which of these 4 patterns is your favorite way to play this song. Let me know below in the comments. And now we're moving into our play along, where I'll play and sing through the entire song and you can play along with me. I'm going to alternate between all 4 of our patterns, but for an easier version, feel free to pick just 1 or 2 patterns. 5, 6, 7, 8. the two of us, building them castles in the sky, just the two of us, you and I. Fall on the window down the hall, and it becomes the morning dew. And darling, when the morning comes and I see the morning sun, I wanna be the one with you, just the two of us. We can make it if we try, just the two of us, just the two of us, just the two of us. Building big castles way on high, just the two of us, you and I. I hope you've enjoyed learning all of these beautiful options to play just the two of us. Have fun practicing, and thanks for watching.